Welcome to another episode of SMEs and Virtualization in Cloud. I'm Kong Yang with Graviton.
Hey, I'm Todd MUIRHEAD with VMware. Hey, Con.
Hey Todd, how are you doing, my friend?
Good.
All right, so folks, on today's episode, Todd and I, we're gonna cover important topics. Fantasy football playoffs being the most important. But we'll also talk about hybrid clouds, which has come up and dominated tech news in the past few weeks. There's been some big announcements in there, and I know VMware's pushing hybrid cloud. Graviton thinks that's where enterprises and large corporations are going to be in the hybrid model. So Todd,
yeah, I agree. I mean, the hybrid cloud is going to be really important for organizations that've got their own existing clouds, so to speak, internally, but they want to begin to take advantage of the public clouds as well. And so the stuff that we're doing with hybrid cloud, I think it makes a lot of sense, and it apparently does, because lots of other people are wanting to do similar things now.
Exactly, and it's a stack race, right? From the public side, you got and we've covered it in previous talks, but on the public side, you got the monster that is Amazon, wanting to get into the private cloud pieces, which VMware owns the vast majority, right? You guys are the major stakeholder on that private side in there. So that's one of the race conditions. But then you have all these other folks who are standing up different cloud instantiations. For example, HP announced their public cloud, right? And built on OpenStack. And what they did was they came out and said that they're not going to support EC2, which and they've come out and they said customers have said that they don't want to be locked into Amazon, right? It's that old adage of vendor lock-in, but now for public cloud pieces. You had Microsoft Azure announce that they're cutting prices and raising license fees for server. Windows Server and so forth. And then, I think there's lots and lots of things happening. I was in a Twitter conversation with vCloud Twitter on Twitter, and I mentioned that hybrid cloud is where all the tech trailblazers want to be, because that's where everybody's going to. You guys inclusive. You guys are driving wonderful things in that aspect.
Yeah, we've had tons of customer interest in the VCHS offerings. I know some of the guys that work over there, and they're doing big crazy stuff. Building out multiple data centers, and it's a really cool thing. And so to give a quick plug here is that part of the VMware hands-on labs that we have, there are some labs that use VCHS as part of the labs. You can kind of see what it's all about, how the interface works, if you want to go to the hands-on labs and check it out. You like that, Con? I got a plug.
I know. I like that. I like you snuck it in there real nice, but I second that. The hands-on labs are and have been some of the most awesome time spent that you could do at VMworld or at PEX, and now it's available for public consumption. So that's really nice.
Yeah, anytime.
And let's see. Now let's get to the heavy meaty stuff. Fantasy football. So congrats to Todd. he in one league at least the money league.
Yeah, for the first time ever in this league I've been in for, I think it's been like 8 or 9 years now. I actually won my division.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
And by the way, folks,
the reason for the win is actually Kong had to bail me out, and he had to win his last game to beat the guy that I was competing with for the division championship. So Kong won by 5 points.
I won by I think I beat him by 3. I beat him by
3. Okay, it was close.
Very, very close.
But yeah.
And it was not
your
looking
Seahawks
good
came
for
through, your Seahawks virtual fantasy players came through, and we pulled it out.
exactly. And it wasn't looking good for Todd, folks, because I was down 51 points, and I had Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch, and that was it. And when they got some of the field goals early on, I was like, oh man, I'm in deep trouble. And when Michael Bennett got the interception for a touchdown, I was actually like, please push him out at the 1 or 2 yard line so that Lynch can score a touchdown in there. Or like the deep throws.
It makes you root for crazy things.
Yeah, but I'm just happy the Seahawks won. But like some of the plays, like the deep throw to our tight end Zach Miller, I was like, don't run out of gas. You gotta score. I need those bonus point modifiers. And what does he do?
Exactly.
He gets tackled, and I'm just like, But it worked out. You got to bye this week. I'm also in the playoffs, but I'm going up against the commission's son. So if I lose, I'm not saying it, but I might pull Antoine Smith. Illusion. Just kidding. That'll be all good. It'll be all good in there. But there's also another playoff. So we have this Fund League that Todd and I have been in for the past few years, and it's just a bunch of at this point local folks, Austinites who are techies and so forth. And Todd, I'm quite disappointed, my friend. You barely edged ahead of Gina, who she logged in once for the draft and just didn't even touch her lineup.
No, that's not quite true. I touched it a couple times.
I know, but you barely finished ahead of her. You had 2 wins, my friend. 2 wins. In there, and I barely edged out.
The stupid auto draft in that one gave me Gronkowski, and he was out for. It's one of my top picks, like the first round or something. So he was out for like 7 weeks or something. It was.
Yes, but you could have utilized him. Swung the balance of things, but it's all good. We'll be doing that up again. And big divisional games this week. Seahawks got the 49ers at AT&T Park or whatever they call it now, and then the Cowboys. You guys have somebody also in the race, right?
Yeah, we have I don't know if we have a divisional game this week or not. The Cowboys just got to beat the Eagles the last week of the season, I think, and
winner of that, you think, takes it? Okay. Well, Todd, and folks, thanks for joining us. We covered briefly hybrid clouds in there. It's a topic that will probably be covered more often because it's one of your guys' charters, right? I read that report that you guys have estimated that market at about $12 billion a year annually. So it's definitely here already, And I know our customer sets want that, and on their side, their ideal situation is to have multiple public cloud providers and multiple private cloud instantiations, led by, of course, a lot of them are VMware shops, I'll be honest. A lot of them are VMware shops, and the public clouds that they're looking at is predominantly Amazon because it has the market share there. But Google, oh yeah, I forgot. How could I forget? Google just announced availability of their compute engine, GCE. So it throws in another huge innovative giant into the market. So all good stuff, and it should be great for customers because every time there's a race condition, prices drop, technology and innovation gets pushed to the limits, customers win out in there. So
I agree with that. It should be very exciting.
Good. So folks, thank you very much. Have a good one. Todd, enjoy yourself at Delworld next week, my friend. I'm going to be on my way to Gardner Data Center.
Oh, awesome.
Man in the booth. I'm a booth baby, by the way. That's how we lead you. just kidding. It's for my mind. It's all about the mind. All right, folks. Take care. Till next time.
All right.
Talk to you later. Okay.
Thanks, Connor.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Todd.
everybody.